And here we are. Another wonderful episode of Splintered Spirits. I'm John. This is Gary.
What's up, everybody? Hold on. We're getting live everywhere. Still
And
picking up on everything, on all the
everything.
places.
Yep,
All the
all the places.
places.
I'll
Dude, we
whisper
might.
sweet nothings, you know?
Yeah, man, we are live. And, John, we are live everywhere today.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. We are live. We're in the unmentionables. But just know this. If you're logged into social media right now,
You're seeing us.
live.
Yep.
We're live. Welcome to Splintered Spirits, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm Gary, your host, along with my co-host and partner and nephew. Family. It's a family-run business.
The
John
family.
Santa
Ooh-wee.
Paranormal. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you don't know what Splintered Spirits is. We are a paranormal podcast trying to figure out what spirits are and having a little fun while we do it.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to interview everyone from creators, ghost hunters, parapsychologists, historians, authors, mediums, witches.
We do it.
Dude,
man. I was telling them I didn't get into detail because I didn't want to spoil it.
You might get a little detail. I'm going to drop that in January.
I was telling them what a fun episode it was, and just like we talk to a lot of people. Their purpose is this, their purpose is that. Like, this woman is literally fighting for her livelihood.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane. It was such an amazing story.
So this woman, what John's talking about, we did an interview with Beck Ravenswood. She is the owner of the Serpent Shop.
Serpent's Key, I believe. I believe it's called Serpent's Key. Yep.
Key in Hanover.
And Hanover. Yep.
Hanover. There's no D in it. It's just Hanover.
It's not Handover. Like, it's Handover.
Like just hand. Like ham with an N.
Yeah.
Hanover, Pennsylvania.
Leave it to Pennsylvania.
Basically, a cop walks in one day and tells her.
The chief
walks in one day and tells her, like, look, if we ever get any complaints, I'm going to have to investigate you, because there is a law on the books in Pennsylvania from 1861 that says fortune telling and tarot card reading and things of that nature are a misdemeanor. They are illegal. You can do 6 to 12 months in jail and $2,500 fine per incident. And this witch, because she considers herself a Wiccan and a witch, decided to take the fight to the government.
Yes.
So she is suing them for that. And it is quite a wonderful story. And we really hope the best for her. We're going to play that interview right after the holiday for you guys. She's a delight. I mean, she's just absolutely.
Oh, yeah. She was, very fun. Awesome person. Her story is just, it's good. It's, especially with everything when it comes to government and witches, and small government and towns and whatnot, over the centuries, not just here in the United States, but everywhere. It's good to hear a story like that where she's fighting back. So.
Got it. Okay. Some people are telling me they can't hear me. Is that on TikTok? Can you not hear me on TikTok? Is that correct?
I can hear you here.
You can hear me there. Can you guys hear me on YT and all that fun stuff? TikTok volume is not working. Why would that be? So let's see. Is that an audio source?
Well, I just think it was a good. You know what? It really shows just how versatile we are as a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. So, and I love stuff like that, and I think it was just a really good one. And I actually, when next time I go to Gettysburg, I'm going to stop by the Serpent's Key. I'm going to stop by the Serpent's Key and give her a little patronage.
As you should.
Yeah, as I should.
As I'm trying to do right now, John, as we tend to do with these things, when we add a new platform, I have to figure out tech.
The tech of it all.
So someone says they can hear you, but there's echoes. Audio mixer. What's going on? Primary microphone.
Hello. Hi, me.
So weird. Here, why don't I just pull it up on the phone and see what it sounds like?
Yeah. Get a better idea. Yeah, so I've been going crazy here, man.
Yeah, tell me what's going on over there.
Oh, dude, it's insane. I'm leaving the tower by January 1st. I'm out of the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been literally just unloading everything from the 3-story tower, you know, into the Breck estate.
Yeah.
And it's just been, it's a lot getting stuff out of there,
Well,
three
dude, moving
floors.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like moving
So
sucks in general. It sucks for everybody.
and I'm limited as to resources, transporting stuff. So we're doing it little by little, but the only saving grace for doing it little by little means that everything coming in can get organized and set up. So that's what I've been doing. And the front room came out. It's coming out really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's coming. This room isn't done yet because I'm still, I still have more stuff coming and whatnot. But the front room comes out good. Not only do I run that tripwire in the hallway, I also set up motion lights. So, something pops off, and the motion lights pick it up, and then they go off. Regular motion lights, like ones you would have under the cabinet, like under cabinet lights. That's all, because me personally, and I know others on this podcast have said the same, the best type of ghost hunting equipment is the equipment that is not used for ghost hunting.
Right.
So yeah, and I'm a big avid fan of that, like the thermal and other things. So except for cat balls, the cat toys, those are, I think those are. I used to use them, and like I remember one time in the fireplace room, I'm down there, and it was hilarious. I kept going, spirits. Then the cat balls would light up, and it's like, come on, you can't tell it's my voice setting those things off. So I don't
Well,
use them.
yeah. Listen, you know what? Sorry, I'm gonna tell you. Sorry, TikTok. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you because it's distracting, and I'll figure out the sound. They haven't let us have the video in forever, so I'm glad that that's up. But you know what? Go over to YT,
Yeah,
and you'll see us there.
yeah,
So I'm gonna say goodbye to this,
yeah.
and then I'll
Goodbye,
figure this out
TikTok.
too. I'll say this later.
We'll see you next
MAN.
time. Ooh.
So frustrating. I can't stand
Listen,
them.
it's TikTok, man. Like what I'm dealing with right now with TikTok is insane. So I'm trying to get years of red tape ripped off my account. And my live manager is just she doesn't even know what to do. She doesn't understand why I have all these flags and all this red tape going back for years. And I've been talking about it, and every time I start getting a little headway, it just comes right back. And it's I don't know if it's like the algorithm that naturally does it, or they're trying to figure it out.
Guys, I'm back in. I'm locking in. I'm locking
Yeah,
in now that I got
that's
that
it.
tech down. I'm sorry, but it's so
Yeah.
frustrating. I just want people to have a good time and be able to communicate with us and talk to us
Yep.
and everything else. And it's like I'd want to get as many people as possible. And it gets really
Yep.
difficult when it's like, why can't things just work?
Work. Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Why
Yeah.
can't they just work?
Because if it was, listen, that's life in general.
You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah.
do we got in the chat today? Let's just look. Sorry again if you're coming over from TikTok. Welcome to YouTube. We got all our favorites here:
Oh
Jacqueline and
yeah. Good.
Heather
Good.
and
Good.
Christina and
Hi.
Angela. Who's this? Steve H. I'm here, John. Let's party. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Steve, we're gonna
Steve
party.
H. You know Steve H.
So I do.
Spicy Kitten
Spicy Kitten.
with a naughty name.
Yep. Spicy Kitten will be here in December.
Oh, no kidding. I'll
Yep.
meet some of
Yep.
these
Yep.
people in person.
100%. You're gonna meet some of these people.
All right.
You're gonna get the opportunity to meet them at the mod party because you're coming to the mod party,
Yeah.
and then
Isn't that next week? Isn't this next week?
it's next week, dude. It's next week. That's why I'm trying to get all this done. It's insane.
You'll get it done.
By,
You'll get it. Don't
by the
stress out
way,
too much about it.
by the way, you want to know how cold it is out here right
How
now?
cold? What?
8 degrees.
8? 8 and what? Is there any number?
No.
Dude, I'm chilly
No.
today because it's a whopping 65 in LA.
Oh, I wish it was 65. I'd be out all over the place right now.
I gotta prepare, huh?
Oh yeah, well, I don't know what the see. I keep checking, and I actually run like a couple language models of predicting the weather. So I'm trying to figure out what the weather's going to be like for the week that, the weekend that everybody's here.
Yeah.
And it keeps flip flopping, dude. It keeps flip flopping. They either say it's going to be like, below 30, or, in the 50s. So I'm just like, I'm hoping it's 50s. That make everything more comfortable. But regardless, we're going to be inside for the most part. And yeah, so I'm just dealing
I
with the
know, but
weather.
all right.
Yeah,
That's
I
tricky.
feel
That
bad too
is,
because last night in the chat, people are like, "Oh, you're not going outside. You're not doing this. You're not
yeah,
doing
man, it's
that."
cold, guys.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard to explain, especially when they see other creators and other people outside.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, it's cold out here," but in reality, their cold isn't New York cold,
No. Yeah,
right? And it's only the people in this area that understand, like, oh yeah, 40 degrees somewhere else isn't the same as 40 degrees in New York, right? I mean, think about it. It's just the way it is. Drier, cold, this, that, and the other. Here, it's moist.
Yeah.
It's moisture. Everything glistens.
Moist.
It's moist. Everything
Right?
glistens
He
when
hates
it
that
gets
word.
that cold, and it doesn't glisten because it's beautiful. It glistens because it's cold as shit and
Yeah.
it's wet. And it's
Where are
brutal.
you, Notorious Mimi? That you're in the 51 degrees. Where's that?
51 degrees. That's got to be like South Carolina.
Just making shit up, Magellan. Like
Making
you know
shit
what
up
that
as
is.
I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Taking an educated guess.
What are these people saying here?
Yeah, yeah. An educated
He
guess.
better wear pink if he wants to sit with us. You talking about me?
Huh?
Out of your mind.
Pink.
You're
Why
sitting with
pink?
me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not there. You're not. I'm not there trapped with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are there trapped with me. Let's
Yeah.
understand what's happening here next week.
That's
Let's
like, what
figure
movie
this
is
out.
that's from? That's
That's from The
from
Watchmen.
The Watchmen. Yes, the prison scene.
Yeah. It's a great scene.
Yes.
It's a great
Yes.
scene.
Oh, great. Great. What a great one of the best comic adaptations, by the way, in
It
my
really is good.
opinion.
It's really good. It's one of his better movies too,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah. 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 Definitely.
Uh,
And then there's a lot to work with too. So it's not like when you got material and source material, you can
you know,
make magic happen.
and they did a good ending, even though probably be a better ending than the comic book. Are you still there? Oh, we lost John for a second. Don't worry, he'll be back. His recording failed. You know what happened? I bet you he forgot to put Do Not Disturb on. Oh, here he comes. Okay. What happened there? Oh, we're losing him. What's up, John? It's Dairy Queen. John just stepped away for a second. He'll be back. We've had a little bit of tech difficulties this morning. That's what happens when we go live, guys. But hopefully he'll come back in just a sec. Let's see, people. Where is he? Here he comes. Oh, he keeps booting out. Let me text him. You keep booting out. What else? What's going on with you guys in the chat? We'll make this a public day. Darcy, what's up? The narrow surgeon. What? Oh, train wreck. That's I wish you the best of luck. That sounds tough. Brian, no, I got a car, bro. Thank you though. So yes, while John figures out his situation, we had a good interview this week, and we got a new episode of Splintered Spirits dropping off on Tuesday with if you guys are like into aliens too and like that kind of thing, his name is Brian Sterling Vet. Show you a little picture of him here. See that guy? Brian Sterling Vet is going to be on the podcast next week. Heather, Heather's got a question. Why do we get rid of Spotify subs? I'm going to tell you exactly why. Listen, so here's what happens. This is a little bit of technical thing that we noticed. So when I drop a new episode, Spotify releases a new episode like it's a premiere. So it gets blasted out, it gets announced to all the subscribers. We've got about just under 1,000, maybe around 800 subscribers, not paid subscribers, but just people who follow the podcast. And they get told about the new episode pops, and then people download it right away to listen to it either right then or later, and that helps the algorithm push it. When I was doing advanced episodes on Spotify, what happens is there is no way to make it to automatically set it to go public on the date we want it to go public for non-paid subscribers and followers. So it would just get lost in the sauce. Our numbers for the past few episodes for those episodes that were subscriber were terrible. Like 10 people compared to hundreds of downloads. So I redropped a lot of them to hopefully spark the algorithm up. But ultimately, their subscription service doesn't help me yet. We don't have enough paid subscribers to make it worth it financially to make it go. So if you want to see an advanced episode of Splintered Spirits, you should subscribe on YouTube. YouTube does not have that problem. I can set up a system where it's subscriber only to a certain date, and then on that date, it becomes accessible to everyone else. And it does not hurt the algorithm at all or the amount of views. But on Spotify, it really hurt us for a couple of episodes. So, to answer your question in a long and technical way, we are no longer doing subscriptions on Spotify until they figure that out. For us, it just doesn't help us. Now, back to the business of Splintered Spirits. Let me let John back in, see if this finally works. There he is. What happened there?
I'll tell you what happened. My phone is on Do Not Disturb, and the tenants keep calling me because they're cold. Okay, that's what keeps happening. I kept trying. Every time I kept shutting them down, they kept calling. They're knocking on my damn door. It's insane. Insane. I just had to tell one of them, don't ever knock on my door again. It's like, I don't even care. I don't even care if the apartment's burning down. Do not knock on my door. Thank you. Yeah, like I sound a glorified janitor. That's what I am here. A damn janitor. I'm nothing else. The master of the custodial arts. That's it.
Why don't they just turn their heat up?
They can't. The building's only one thermostat does the entire building. Yeah. I've been telling them for years to ditch that heating system, close it all off, except for the basement and the first floor of the hallway, right? That is it. And install electric heaters. Install electric heat and have the tenants pay for their own friggin' heat. And you will not have any of these problems. Sure, the electric's going to go up, but then it's up to the tenant if they want it.
That is maybe the worst building I've ever heard or system I've ever heard.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. This building's insane. It shouldn't be here. In all intents and purposes, it shouldn't be here.
Oh my God.
Anyway, this is what I was here.
So all you missed was I was explaining to the good people why we are no longer doing Spotify subscriptions, and now if they want advanced episodes, they should do that on YouTube. And then I was talking about our guest next week, which you are going to. John wasn't in that interview, but it was with Brian Sterling Vett, who wrote this book, Quantum Paranormal. I don't know. Is it backwards when you look at it?
No. Well, for me, it looks like it's the right way.
Normal. Okay, good. So, and he talks about his experience with his first sighting of a UFO and alien encounter. And then he writes this book about quantum paranormal and sort of this idea that you had talked about this, John, that it's like some tube or something where light energy.
Quantum tunneling? Quantum tunneling. Yeah. Quantum tunneling.
Yeah. What is consciousness and everything else? And we get into it, dude. And this guy, Brian, is like a he's from the UK. He's like a Renaissance man. He has numerous Guinness World Records that he holds, because I think he used to do something for charity where they were like, we're gonna break random records. So then he would break all these. He holds all these Guinness Book of World Records things, and then he got into the paranormal. He owns a business called Paranormal Rescue, where they help people out, I guess, in the UK when they have a situation, and he's just really into it from a very different perspective, and this very quantum sort of analysis of things.
Nice.
So that drops Tuesday, brand new episode for us. That goes. And to go back to the so all those people, you know, if you were wondering about like, oh, I never got notified of a new episode because of what was going on with Spotify, man, we've got, you know, the Rosie Grant, the author of the Cookbook to Die For, that interview. We've got the interview with Mark Marinaccio, who was the showrunner on Skinwalker Ranch season 3 and was the producer on the first seasons of Ghost Hunters back in the day. Old school paranormal producer. Mike Dorsey, who's
a cool dude, you know.
Cool dude, yeah. Mike Dorsey produces Ghost Adventures, House Calls, and is one of Zach Bagans' big collaborators. He works on a lot of his shows. You know,
and that's another awesome one. He's the one that actually does documentaries. Like he did the Sisters of Ukraine.
Sisters of Ukraine, that's out now on Amazon. He does real hardcore documentaries. Tupac and Biggie documentary. He knows everything about that case, everything about it. You know, and that's a great episode. And it's like, you know, look, guys, if you're interested in how these shows are made, you might learn a little something of how it goes down with them, from doing it. And then Steve Parsons, another UK old school. So, you know, and it's funny, man, I was telling you about that other book I read about the social dynamics of, or the, you know, how societal's impact on ghost hunting, right? Like, why, number one, why do we even think it's a ghost? It's because it's nature versus nurture. We're all told like ghosts exist. So when something happens we don't understand, we're immediately like, maybe it's a ghost. Right? Like you think it's a ghost when it doesn't happen. And the idea of gear and using all this gear comes from TV shows and stuff, and how a guy like Steve started doing this before the shows were popular. So that's the whole bag. Steve, what are we watching? You're watching a live podcast of the Splintered Spirits podcast. We do lives every Thursday at this time, with new episodes dropping every other Tuesday. If you are interested in having a little fun with the paranormal and sort of investigating what spirits might be, that's what this is, because I sure as hell don't know what they are. And John Santa over here is somebody who goes out and speaks with them quite regularly in his day-to-day life. And it's fascinating to me, and maybe it's fascinating to others. So this live is sort of a catch-up we do weekly, talking about what's coming, what's been, and what's next. Sometimes we have guests. We try to get other creator guests on here, and we got a few coming in the future. The holidays have been a little tough. And all of our holidays fall on Thursdays this one, from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's. So, you know, we'll see what you get. But Steve, thanks for hanging around.
So wait, the Christmas, that's Christmas Day falls on
Thursday. Yeah,
falls Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yeah. I think I'm around for night.
I might be around later, but you know, I got all the in-laws in town, so we'll see how that plays for me. This year,
because I usually do a Christmas Eve stream and a Christmas Day stream if they're just later, you know.
Well, we're gonna have so much fun next week that we're gonna get a couple episodes out of that. It'll depend when we drop.
We're gonna have a lot of fun
coming out for some big stuff. So we're doing some big tests, big science experiments.
Science experiment, multi-person Estes method.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do some science. We're gonna make science happen.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I don't think anyone's ever attempted this.
I don't think anyone's ever tried it either, and I think it'll be fun to see how what they all yell out and hear, and if they hear different things, and see if they could you imagine like what you want, right? You want them all to yell out. You want us to ask a question, and then for them all to yell out the same thing in unison, right?
Yes.
Like that answers the question. Like that would be wild.
Yes. And or how wild would it be if on top of that, some of them started answering the questions to what's being said. So, for example, let's say we ask a question, "Hey, can you tell us your name?" And then all of a sudden, someone shoots out, "Jimmy, my name is Jimmy," and then someone else goes, and I'm Tom. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
or answering each other too, because that would be wild too, because that
Yeah.
can happen as well.
Yeah.
Someone
And it would be hilarious just if, like, we ask a question and then they all yell out a different because they
different,
because
yeah.
of because of audio pareidolia. Yeah, the
Yes.
Estes orgy is what it is.
Yep.
That's a good word for it, right? The Estes
Yes.
orgy.
Yeah. The SC sort of shape for real.
Sure. Somebody called it right. Snippy.
That's
That's
great.
funny. So yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a trip. And
Yeah.
then somebody with more money will do a bigger version of it. Like, this is where somebody, like, they'll get like 1,000 people to do it.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's fine.
100%.
We're starting at first with with a good like 25.
That's it.
25 to 30.
There's nothing better than saying, "Hey, I did this first.
Yeah.
I did this first. Did this
That's fine.
first."
It is.
Yeah.
It
Go
is.
ahead, knock yourself out. Have fun. Expand on it. I did this first.
Oh
You
my
know.
God, it's great. It's great. But
So
yeah.
it's good
Anyway,
bragging rights.
it'll be good progress. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we've got. Oh, dude, you were just in Gettysburg.
Yes.
Tell. Let's hear it. Like, what's the follow up? Despite the freezing cold temps.
See, the wind was a big problem in Gettysburg, and it was. Let me say it like this: like I could describe it as I knew what was coming, right? And Netzel didn't because he's not from this area at all. So we gear up, we're all ready, and we'd step outside, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, we can't do this," or he'd look at me, and waiting for me to say, "I think this is a bad idea tonight. Maybe we should figure something out." And that was basically the first night,
Well, he's from
right?
Texas, dude. He doesn't want to be out there in the cold.
Yeah. So, but no, he wanted the cold. He
Oh,
just didn't want the wind, right? And there's nothing you can do about the wind. We have bad wind in this on the Northeast, and so the first night was that, and then after that, like I don't think a lot of people realize like we were going from location to location during the day, or like Brian Mon would go out to one place and check it out, and we're just seeing exactly what the weather's gonna be like, and every night it was just like wind, 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 and there was like barely anything we could do. But one night we decided we have to figure something out. We just can't keep doing the farmhouse. Even though the farmhouse is great, we want to spice it up and do things. So we found a mausoleum to sit behind. We went to a cemetery. We found a mausoleum. So the four of us, because it was Brian, me, Netzel, and Lauren. Lauren's his fiance, and the four of us are sitting there, and being blocked by the wind. It's still cold, and then we all get the itch. We want to walk around, dude. We started walking around. I was done. I knocked on two mausoleums, got two awesome responses. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I was done.
I find it funny when you knock on a mausoleum door and you get an answer.
Yeah.
Have you ever got like who's there?
Oh yeah, I've got and I got invited in. I get the usual, leave me alone. The best is when they invite me in and it's locked. And then I gotta be like, hey, well, listen, the door's locked, and maybe it's not a good idea if I go in there,
Could you
so
imagine if it was like imagine if you heard like the like them opening a slide or unlocking the
that,
door.
that'd be sick. That'd be great.
Would you go in?
Of course. If it unlocked by itself, 100%, nothing would stop me from going in there.
That.
Nothing would stop me. I would be in. I'd be so excited. I get my tisms would start acting up because I get all excited about it, and I would go right in.
That's
So
funny, man.
speaking of tisms acting up, here at the Breck Estate,
Yeah,
and I didn't get to tell you about this yet, is the clock, the grandfather clock
Where did you
that
get
I.
that clock? What's the history of it?
So Lisa wanted old school Christmas decorations, so she's like, "Let's go thrifting and see what we can find."
Okay.
So we went to the Salvation Army. And I go into the Salvation Army, and the guy who runs it recognizes me because I used to go in there for when I had the eBay store. And things bigger things I wouldn't sell, I'd always be like, "Hey, listen, you got this marked way too low. Like this is, you can get X amount of this for the right people. Do the research. You can make money off this. Instead of selling it for 200, you can get 1,000. That this needs to be. You need to mark this up. Throw a couple more hundred on this cabinet. So
Right.
he recognized me. He's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while." And I told him, I don't do the eBay store anymore. And I turn and I see this clock, this grandfather clock. I point at it and I go, "What's the deal with this? There's no price tag on it." And he goes, "Well, I don't know what to sell it." He goes, "I think the key is locked in and I don't think it works." And he goes, "I have one pendulum and one weight." So I'm like, okay. And I look inside and you can see through the glass, you can see there's paperwork in there. So I'm like, okay, that's why he thinks the key's in there. The key wasn't in there, right? I still didn't get in. We went in from the top and we dropped the magnet in and then we dropped something filled with Gorilla tape outside. So it was sticking to all the paperwork and we were pulling it up that way.
Got it.
So while I'm there, I look at the internals and I'm like, this works. 100% this works. If I can get in here and get the pendulum set, get a new weight, I'll get this thing to work. So I said, "Well, what's your best offer on it?" And he goes, "Well, honestly, he goes, I know you're into this stuff." He goes, "Ever since this clock's been in the store, we've been seeing shadows." He's very, very paranoid, right? That's me that's reconnecting or him. I don't know. I'll keep talking. So very, very paranoid, like very, very paranoid. And he ended up giving it to me for $100, so I took it, and that was that. So I think he's frozen. I'm not sure because my counter is still counting down, and usually things get all scrambled for me, and that stops. Okay, wow, I lost him. So now it's just me. Should I show you guys my nip nips? I don't know if that's a good idea. But I'll keep it going. So yeah, the clock, crazy, right, guys? That clock is nuts. So crazy. My tisms were going nuts that night. I don't know if it was the cannabis or if it was the tisms or maybe a mix of both. Who knows? Wow. This is I'm alone. Hi guys. I wish I could see the chat, but I can't because I should set up another device here. But soon I'm going to be on a computer and doing this up via a computer once I get the rest of this place set up. You guys want a quick tour before you see it on live? Let me show you a quick tour real quick of what this place is going to look like. Well, what it already started looking like. Because I don't know what happened to Gary. I lost him, but that's okay. Oh, look at this. Ain't this crazy? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's getting crazy. We're getting crazy in here. That's the kitchen. You guys know that. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's getting crazy. Oh, way. About that, huh? Not bad. Not bad at all. You know? The hallway looks cool too, right? Look at all that mirrors. What the hell was that? What was that? Whatever. I'm not here to document. I'm here to do a podcast. My podcast, Splintered Spirits, that's what this is. Wow, this is weird not talking to anybody. I wish I could see you guys. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Actually, come on, man. We're gonna do this. I need to load up let's see here. That has the YTs. We're gonna jump in on the YTs over here. Do I have another clip? No. Hold on. Let me get on the YTs. All right. Okay, where's Splintered Spirits now? Let's find Splintered Spirits. Splintered Spirits. Oh yeah. Give me 1 sec. Actually, come on, man. We're gonna do. Oh yeah, look at that. All right. He's frozen, right? What's going on here, guys? He's frozen. Now I can talk to you. It's looking good, isn't it? It's looking good. I know. It's looking good. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. But that's okay. Yeah, you guys see, you guys are still here. So I'm not going to go anywhere. That means this is still running. So I don't want to. I wish I had a place to. I was not prepared for such things. Not prepared. I wish I could put this like this so I'm not keep looking down. The clock was nuts. The clock was nuts. Where is everybody today? 10 people in the chat? Are you watching on my account? Hold on. Is my account live too? Let me see here. Where is everybody? There's Santa Paranormal. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you guys are. There's a bunch of you because there's 10 of you over on Splintered Spirits. And then there's a bunch of you over on, what's it called? I can actually fire up both. I just don't know how long he's going to be gone for, but I want to be able to talk to both chats. So hold on 1 second. Let me grab another device. You know, I got a bunch of them.
Oh, dude, I'm
Oh,
back.
there you are.
Dude,
Okay,
everything
there you
crapped
are.
out.
It crapped out. It's all good. It kept going though, so I kept going. I was about to set up another 2 tripods and talk to everybody,
Oh my
but
god.
yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Oh my god.
I kept
All
it
right, so
going.
you
I
were
kept it going.
saying, all right, here's where you left off for me.
Okay.
You pulled the paper out of the
Okay, got you. So,
right.
I end up getting the clock for $100.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because he was seeing shadows in the store and whatnot when you know when it came in, he was getting paranoid. I ended up getting it for $100. We bring it back. We go in from the top. We lower something down because we can't obviously go in there. So we lower something down. First, we use magnets to see if we can grab a key. Then nothing was getting grabbed. So then we wound up uh, Gorilla Tape opposite, so it was sticky, and we sent it down, and we started just grabbing everything out of the that was at the bottom. No key, so I can't wind this clock up. It has everything else though. We can wind it if I had the, you know, if I was able to get in. Um, I can't get this clock to work until I get into the glass, until I get into the lock. So the clock does not work at all. Yet, a couple of nights ago, every time the spirits, well, most of the time, when the spirits spoke about time in any sort of way, the clock would chime. And it was
How did the clock
nuts.
chime, bro? How does that
I
work? But
don't know.
is there a chime on it?
Well, so the way it works, if you hook up the pendulum and you hook up the weights and you wind it and you set it properly, then it'll chime when the clock, as the weights go up and down and whatnot. And it bangs the hammer onto the strings is basically how it works. But there's no weights and there's no pendulum hooked up to it, and it's not wound up. It shouldn't work. There's no way this could work. Now, granted, you might hear a little something if you walk by it too quickly, vibrations, things like that, but not full chimes. And it gradually got louder and louder and louder. So it was wild. And then when I walked out of the room, like I got Texas that night, so I walked out of the room to go get it. It got delivered, you know, and it would go nuts, and I didn't hear this. The chat was telling me if I'd go into the bathroom, it would start chiming like crazy. So
What do you think it is?
I have no idea. I have no idea. But it was just too like I think it's the spirits. It's definitely paranormal. It's not. There's no logical reason why that clock would do that, other than spirits. Frequency affecting the strings, making it go off.
I wonder if you can. I wonder if there's any other ways you can mess around with that. With that clock to make it, if you will, like its own REM pod.
Oh, it's over. Oh yeah, sure.
Pod.
Yeah, if I wanted to, I could do it. But the thing
Are all
like,
the parts in there? Are they just not hooked up?
So all the parts are in the clock. But what's not in the clock is what goes in the bottom chassis of it, and that's the pendulum and the weights, the counterweights. and you need those for that clock to work.
Ultimate,
That
yeah,
clock,
for sure.
you can't wind it up without that, without
What's
those in
these
it.
grandfather clocks? That must be like some old school. Like you need like just what is his name? Just who built Pinocchio? Giuseppe
Oh, yeah, Geppetto.
Geppetto.
Geppetto. I have,
You need to find an old school Italian, bro, to get in there and fix
uh,
that clock. It's
as
got to
long
be
as the
somebody.
clock is in good shape, I can get it to work. Like I know enough about how gear driven stuff works. It's all cause and effect with all gear
What the
driven
fuck?
stuff.
You're sitting there acting like you're a
You know?
clockmaker. What are you,
Oh, I'm not a clockmaker.
Mr.
I'm just saying if it's
Glockenspiel?
intact,
It's like you
if it's
think you.
intact, I can get it to work. I'm handy with stuff, you know.
There's handy, and then there's like the intricacies of
Yeah,
Johnny Glockenspiel. It's gonna fix the
but
grandfather
think
clock.
about
Oh
it.
no,
But Gary,
come on,
but
it's it's a lot of
yeah,
flips
but
of
Gary, you'd be
flag, and
able to
it's
do the
all.
same thing with your mind. If this thing's intact and you look at it and you look up how it works, and then there was something wrong with it, you might not be able to fix what's wrong, but you'd be able to troubleshoot. Okay, this is what's wrong with it. I need to get somebody in here, or this is what's wrong with it. I can fix this myself.
I know,
You
just
can
the
do that
part.
too. You know
I'm
that.
sure.
You
I
know
know.
that.
Yes, I'm sure there's YouTubes and ChatGPT to help
Yeah,
you out with it.
dude.
But I bet, but it's like getting those parts. You know, what would be fun. You should figure out what kind of parts you need for it, and
I just
then
need
like,
one weight. I just need one weight.
right. But I'm saying like the weights you should put in there. You got to find some haunted shit, and like let me get.
Well, you could do custom weights. People do that. Like all you need is the exact weight of of the weight. So, for example, if it's a 20-pound weight, that you can literally go and look up. Like, hey, I have an old clock. An old grandfather clock. I want a skull weight. For the clock. They make those. You can do that.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Right.
Or you
You
can
got to
make
put
it
a
yourself.
yeah. You got to
How
put a
hard is
twist
it?
on
You
it.
get a
Is what I'm
skull
saying. Like,
mold. And,
make it out of like bones.
yeah, that'd be sick.
Right? Like
Human
something cool.
bones.
Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, make it something cool. Like what's the
Yeah.
thing that's
Yeah.
swinging on the bottom? It should be a pentagram.
Yeah. Or
Right?
what's really cool is remortaring it, like going to a haunted location and getting like a bunch of like dust off the stone, like crumbling brick or crumbling cement or even dirt from a location, and then throwing it in a mold. So it's like, okay, I have the actual, brick and mortar of this location turned into a weight in the clock. You could do that too.
Yes, that's cool. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. So, but
And I love how,
it's
by the way, in this chat, like you honestly could do no wrong. I mean, some
who,
people
me?
just, yeah, like some people just,
Unless it has to do with the weather. Unless it has to do with the weather and what else? There's something else. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I know there's something else I get crucified
I'll
for
take,
all the time.
I'll
So,
take your word for it. Which is great.
well, because they know me. When I say I'm going to do something, I end up doing it. I've proven myself time and time again.
I'll fix that clock. What is it, a bunch
I
of
will get that
gears
clock
and
to work.
weights? Gears and weights. I know how to fix a god.
Yeah.
I mean, just the other confidence makes me laugh. It's like,
Yeah.
what a grandfather clock? What is it? 200 years old? What a bunch of weights and gears? I got this.
Oh
What are
man.
you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can figure
Well,
that
dude,
out.
I'll tell you what that's like.
Gears and
That's
weights.
like the elevator here at the building. The elevator here shit the bed, right? And it had nothing to do with any of
Bro,
the.
you telling me you fixed the elevator in your building?
No, I pointed them in the direction to fix the elevator. I didn't have the
well, yeah,
know-how.
because
Well, hold on. I didn't. I knew the how. I just didn't have the skill. What they had to do with that elevator is they had to research. I pointed them in the right direction. I said, guys, listen. What's wrong with this elevator is the shiv is tearing apart the metal coils, the metal wires. I'm like, you need to get somebody in there, a machinist, to redo the shiv.
elevator repairman
No,
or woman.
no, there were not none. Any of the regular elevator repair people, the mechanics, didn't have the know-how. They had to pull a guy out of retirement. There was an 83-year-old man in this thing, right, with four other guys standing around in awe as he remachined the shiv, just so it wouldn't tear apart. Though, dude, it was insane to watch. And he's sitting there. He's like,
That's
I never
funny.
thought I'd do this again, and blah blah blah. He's like going. I was like, dude, I'm like, this is epic. It's almost like the story of the guy with the goes up, couple taps of the hammer, $4,000 later. Why am I paying this much? Because you got to know where to tap. It's
Right,
yeah,
right.
it's
I
it's
mean,
it's
it's
very similar, but like so I have the know-how with things, but the means not always.
yeah, man. I know
So
how
I
to
call the
call.
help.
I have the know-how. I know how to call up. It's funny. I tell you this like my dryer. I probably told this story before, but the dryer I have for clothes dryer is
Yeah.
23 years old. I think I got
Yeah.
it before Katie and I got it before.
Stackable?
No, no, it's
No.
an old
Okay.
Kenmore, but Katie and I got it before we got married. Like
Oh
we
wow.
bought it the first time, but so it just
It's a
works,
decent brand too.
dude. It just works, right?
Yeah.
So I've had it repaired twice, and once it needed a belt, and the other was
Okay.
the button that when you open the door it pushes the button so
Yeah,
it moves,
yeah,
right?
the sensor button.
So they
Yep,
had to
yep.
fix that button. That's it. I asked the guy who repairs it. I go, listen, I got a feeling this thing's over 20 years old. It's gonna crap out. What should I buy? He looks at me dead in the face. He goes, never get rid of this dryer.
Yeah.
He goes, it's got 7 parts. That's all it's got. And he's like, they're all fixable, and it's very easy. He's like, you're gonna spend. He goes, you'll spend $1,500 on an LG. It'll be done in 10 years. The warranty's
Yep.
less than that. In 10 years, it's done. He's like, they don't make these because my dryer has like 5 settings: hot, medium, low, right? Delicates,
Yep.
permanent press, and then a timer. That's it. There's no
That's it.
steam clean. There's no other bullshit. Like none of that
Yeah.
shit. It's just hot or not hot, and it just dries. It just works. It's a gas dry. Are there things that are probably more efficient? Yes, but my shit works, and it's just like
It just
7
works.
parts. So they look
Yeah.
at it, they come over, and they're just, yeah, man, don't ever get rid. Like this is the machine that nobody would save because you're gonna buy something fancy in your new place, but we've taken it with us in all of our houses. It's like I'll be so sad when that thing finally craps out.
When it finally craps out.
Yeah, it'll just be a
The only
bummer.
one that's crapping out is if the drum cracks. If some freaky thing happens and it gets offset and the drum cracks. Other than that,
Yeah,
you're probably never gonna.
but it's like I just get a new drum. I bet I could just get a new drum.
Yeah. What if
But
it's haunted?
I think even better, dude. If the ghost is drying my
Imagine it
clothes,
spits
John, I'll
out your
take
laundry folded.
that would be the best.
Folded.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's absolutely the best.
Well, the new apartment we're in, it was funny because Lisa like went to go do a load of laundry. She calls me. She's like, John, take a look at this. And I'm like, oh, what's wrong with this thing? It's a stackable LG, right?
Yeah.
So washer on the bottom, dryer on the top. And I'm like, I was like, what's the problem? She's like, dude, it's got all these settings. This thing is like,
Right.
all these things. And I'm like, Lisa, screw all these other settings. Just go to normal and hit start.
Yeah.
So we're eating dinner, and all of a sudden the thing's like, laundry's done. And everybody looks at me, and I'm like, it's not a ghost. It's the damn washer and dryer.
Right.
It's a damn washer and dryer. It's an LG. They do this,
That's
because they're not used to that. Yeah. It was. They all literally just looked right at me, and I'm like, what?
But the spirits
It's not a
are telling
ghost.
right, that's funny. Everyone
Yeah.
thinks the spirits are telling you the laundry's done.
Yeah, right. And then I'm like, God, you think I'd move you? You think I'd move you into another haunted house? Like we're saving that for Buck out.
Oh my god, that's so great. Oh man. Well,
yeah.
listen, we've got next Thursday I will be on a plane, but we'll try to join in and do something Thursday night when I get into town. Tuesday we got a new episode. Guys, thanks for bearing with us. A lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens on these lives. I don't know what was going on with my service today. It just happens. But again.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Gary.
No, go.
When I'm walking back, because I gave him a quick preview of everything I did while you were, experiencing the difficulties. When I'm walking back, and on my right hand side, I think I saw something in the mirror.
Okay, I'll take a
So
look.
just yeah, check that out, see what's there. It might have been my imagination. It's a hallway of mirrors. So, you know,
All
check to see
right.
what I
Oh,
backed
now you've
up.
got all. Oh, that's gonna make your life. Yeah, that's not gonna ruin you. Seeing
Yeah,
16 different reflections like in a fun house. That
yeah.
small area.
Oh, dude, this it's mirrors everywhere in here.
You should
I'll
figure
tell
out a
you what
way.
too.
You should figure
Which
out a way
which
to placement so that if you do like a light, it'll like set a laser. Will just.
oh, so half of these mirrors I set it up, so when Liam walks out of his room, he can look at these mirrors and he can see the front door.
Right.
So he
Right.
can literally look at one mirror and see the front door. And the same thing, you can go and you can see, Liam's door.
Right.
And then, unfortunately, because of the TV, which I'm not getting rid of or taking down, because I have plans for that, it doesn't do it all the way around, or I'd be able to get it here too.
And just
You
watch
know,
TV from any point in the house.
but yeah, from any any spot.
That's funny.
So, but I'll tell you what, dude, it's crazy hanging all this stuff up. It makes me really think like how much room I really didn't have in that tower, even though it was 3 floors. Like just the way the layout is, like
Sure.
decorating this place has been way more easier
Sure.
and way more fun than decorating the tower.
Well,
It's so
you're
I'm
not,
like,
also you're not paralyzed by choice in that apartment. You know what I mean? Like this is the space you have. You have to use it. Whereas in that tower, it's like, oh, I got this little cubby. I got this room here. I got this corner here. What am I going to do with this level here? Oh, what should we do upstairs? You sort of get stuck in your own way. But when you have a finite amount of space, you can just say, I know
this is what
exactly
I'm
how to
doing.
make this cool, and then you can start weeding out the stuff that's not going to work much easier too.
Yes, yep, exactly.
All right. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for
Yep.
joining us. We appreciate you. If you're watching us on Stand Up Paranormal, hop over to Splintered Spirits and give us a follow. Be sure to check out and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts for Splintered Spirits. Again, we got some great, great guests coming up. Not just Brian Sterling Vet on Tuesday. We've also got a demonologist, James Zanetti, coming up. Anito, sorry. Coming up, we've got a story from a near-death experience about a man who was shot, flatlined, and then went to hell. That is a great story and total other look at the spirits and what they are and where that's going. You can look up Matthew Botsford. He's on the web. I've known him for a long time because I'm doing another thing with near-death experiences, but that one is wild. Lauren Hellickson, remember her, the science ghost
Oh,
thing?
yep.
She made her own REM pods. That episode's coming out.
Yep.
She's super
Yep.
fun. And again, the interview we just did with Beck Ravenswood, the witch who's fighting back, the Hanover witch from Pennsylvania, of course, giving her a hard time. Those Pennsylvanians giving her a hard time.
Imagine, it's like you really think about like, the police chief. Like let's just put it this way. If I was a man of
You are, man.
color, right?
Yes.
If I came from a different country, okay, I heard that story, I would stay the fuck away from that entire state.
It goes against everything. It's just
Like,
it
are you
lacks
kidding
common
me?
sense. They're picking on her for some reason that has nothing to do with that law, and it's
Yeah.
whether it's religion or it's how they identify. Something about it's not right, and it lacks
true.
any common sense. And I don't want
Any
to hear
common sense.
I'm
It-
just upholding the laws from
Dude,
1861 against
I'll
tarot
even
card
take,
readings. Like, go eat it,
yeah,
man. Bullshit.
I'll take it a step further. Being not even the way I look, the way I sound, going there, sometimes I might think twice to about opening my mouth,
Oh, yeah,
right?
sure, dude.
Being near a cop or being, right? It's like, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
what are we, back in the 1800s?
Yeah,
Dude, insane. The
It's
story
insane.
is wild.
it's
Yeah.
a great story, and then we're gonna jump that too. So, guys, unless you're subscribed, and it's free to subscribe, you only want
It is free.
if you want to get the episodes in advance. But
Yeah.
listen, Splintered Spirits, YouTube, everywhere we are on socials. But these episodes, they're going to be great. They're really interesting.
Yeah, they really are.
As we dive
And we're
into
not
the
done,
paranormal.
guys.
No,
And
we
we're
got a
not
lot
done.
coming up.
We have things. We are not your average paranormal podcast.
No, it's fun.
You know, we are
learn a
going to
lot
be
of stuff.
doing
We're
things
testing
that
stuff. We're checking things out. It's a fun. We're starting to get real answers, we can start painting a better picture or a better understanding of what's happening making sense of the documentation, if you will, right?
yeah, yep.
So it's
And
it's
the
a good
people
time.
and the people that are in it.
I love it. I love
And the
getting all
peop-
the different perspectives and hearing everyone's
Yes.
and you start really seeing the nature versus nurture of it and what drives them and what they see out of it, and then what's really fun for me is hearing all the different perspectives, but it's what's common in it, right?
Yes.
And maybe that's what we're talking about and how we figure it out.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man.
It's
I'm gonna
cool.
split and
All right.
have a great night. Have a safe night, and I will see, dude. We'll be together, same
We're gonna be
room
together.
next week for big fun.
That's it.
Gonna be good
Yep.
stuff. A lot of ghost shit. It's all going down.
It's all
Everybody,
going down.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
watching,
here. We
everyone. Appreciate you.
Thanks for bearing with our tech difficulties today, as always. But not as always, but today. All right, guys. We'll see you.